We reboarded the bus and headed back up to the city of Rhodes. We're standing on one of the gateway bridges for entry into the city. The view here is of the moat, which is a dry moat that surrounds the castle walls.
We're only a handful. There were about 200 knights that were left here by 1522 when they realized that there was no way they would have made it. They made a deal with the Ottomans, and the Ottomans allowed them to leave the city. And whomever wanted to go with them could go, all right? And that's when they evacuate the island, the knights and their people, and they go to Malta. And Rhodes becomes Ottoman, all right? So 1522 until the 1913s, the island is under Ottoman. So what are you going to see? We're going to see whatever the ancient Greeks have left behind, because this is where the ancient city was also constructed. It was just much, much bigger in the ancient times. And then what the Christians built and what the knights have constructed. And of course, what Mussolini restored, as you clearly understand, when he was planning to transform everything into his Roman Empire. All right?
At the end of the walkway, there's a small drawbridge before the entrance into the castle.
Yeah. The medieval city of Rhodes.
These
Again.
are paintings of that era. Can you see the city?
You can see the
walls
ancient
around
walls.
it, the port. Okay, this is a medieval manuscript.
The tower area.
The port, you cannot really approach the port because it's well guarded. The towers and with all the cannons shooting towards the port.
And again, the dry moat
This is
that ran the length around the city. This was the gate we came through, this inner part of the medieval area. You see, this is a pretty crowded tourist area. Big attraction here in Rhodes.
The merchants and trade and make money as a medium. So I get gold from you and I exchange it with ivory from the gentleman, and that's how I make my money. And your other choice is to be a pirate. They did both, and the knights did both. All right?
We passed through these grand archways onto the Street of Knights. Many of the houses of the various orders of knights are also preserved on this street. This was the entrance to the Spanish house, and here were the knights of the French order, and then the Greeks.
This is the hospital that was built and run by the Knights of St. John, right here in Rhodes. And it was used by pilgrims and travelers on their way to Jerusalem and other parts of the world.
They would come through here.
They would come through here on their way and might need to get tended to. And they would come to this hospital. These are the ruins of a church from the Byzantine era. Still in Rhodes. Got a little 360 here of this square that we're in. There's nice gardens through there.
We enjoyed the rest of the afternoon in the old town, just wandering around up and down different little alleyways and nooks and crannies of the city, just enjoying the sights and taking a look at how the locals lived. It was very much a living little town, even though it was a well-preserved medieval area. We did just a bit of shopping and then headed back to the port, to our ship, and we managed to get a nice photo op there with Dr. Charles Stanley, and that capped our day.